Thanks for coming back for a second video about Skype for Business. Just as a precursor, I'll be using Chris Huey's old email account to run Skype for Business in these videos to better show a dynamic between two accounts. I'll start from the top when explaining Skype for Business. First is what's happening today. You can kind of think of it as your Facebook status or your working status. You can use this to let people know when you're out of the office or when you're gonna be sick for the day. You probably won't use this much. Next is your status indicator section. You can use this to manually change your availability status. You get options like available, busy, do not disturb, be right back, off work, or appear away. This is good for when you don't have a planned meeting but you'd like to let people know that you're going to be out for lunch or that you're busy. Or if you're in a big phone call and you don't need to be disturbed, you can mark it as do not disturb to let people know. When you do that, it'll update the icon next to your picture. This drop down lets you set your location. This lets others see where you're working from, if you're working from home or if you're working from the office. If you'd like people to not be able to see where your current location is, you can uncheck this Show Others My Location, and it'll put a little red crossed out symbol next to it. If you'd like people to be able to see where you're working from, you can check that and then click on Set Your Location, where you can choose your location. Others will now see that you are working from home today. The next section has 4 main menus. The first one is Contacts, then it's Conversations, Phone, and Meetings. Contacts are pretty important, and so generally you'll stay on this as your main page. Chris doesn't look like he has any friends on here to talk to, so we can add new people by using this little search bar here under the Contacts menu. You can search for people in our company directory and they'll automatically come up. Skype for Business also integrates with the consumer free version of Skype, and if you'd like to add people who don't currently have access to Skype for Business or resisting the change, you can still contact them using the Skype directory. I'll look up my old Skype ID through this. Here I am. We'll go ahead and add me for now though. By right-clicking on the user, you get a plethora of options. You can send them an instant message, give them a quick call, you can start a video call. It integrates with Outlook, so you can have this open up an email message in Outlook. You can schedule a meeting with them, and skipping a few of these more bland options, you can add them to your contacts list. For people that I will be talking to often, I like to add them to my favorites. For now, we'll add me to a contact list for Chris. This will show us our original screen under Contacts. I'm now listed as a contact. You can use contact groups to sort your contacts into more refined groupings. If you'd like to add a new group, right-click on Other Contacts and click Create New Group. This will let you name the new group. I'll name this one IT and grab my user and drag it into the IT group. Unfortunately, I'm the only member of the IT group at Access Care, but if in the future there's ever more of us, I'd add them down here as well. If you find that you're chatting with a user fairly frequently, you can add them to your favorites list. I'll add one of my favorites here and right-click on them and click Add to Favorites. This will add them to my favorites list. It'll keep it in the top. Under this search box there are a few options. You have Groups, which will show you your contacts by group. You have Status, which will divide them up based on who's online, away, busy, etc. Relationships, which if you have colleagues, friends, or family outside of the company, you can also add them into Skype for Business, and they can be shown in here under Friends and Family. To show you what the New section does, I'll go ahead and remove me from Chris's contacts by right-clicking on me and clicking Remove from Contact List and choosing Yes to confirm. Using my account on another computer, I've added Chris to my favorites. Now if I go to New, it'll show that I've been added to somebody's contact list recently. Me. You can mouse over a user to see what options you have. This icon here, when clicked on, will let you send an instant message to them, kind of like a chat window. This here will initiate a call. If they have a mic on their computer, they can talk back with you and you guys can have almost like a phone call but through the computer. This icon here will start a video call with them. If you both have webcams, you can talk face to face through your laptops. This button will just show the contact card. I'll show you that now. It essentially just shows basic information about them, kind of like what you can see in Outlook. This last option, More Options, just lets you see these last few things. You can see all of these again if you just right-click on the user. Let's chat with somebody. Chatting is super easy. You can double-click on them. That will pull open a chat window. You can also mouse over them and choose this first option, Send an IM. This will pull up that same window. From this window you can send messages just like you would in any other chat program. You can invite people to the conversation, so if there are others you need involved in the conversation, they can join too. From here you can attach files just like you would in email, make a message marked as important, or add smiley faces, all things you'd expect in a basic chat client. From here you can also initiate a video call or a normal call with the users participating in the conversation. You can click here to see who's currently participating in the conversation. Right now it's just me and Chris. It lets you share your desktop with the others in the conversation. Clicking this will let you present your desktop, present a specific program, present a PowerPoint, add attachments, etc., etc. Using this you can present your desktop and they can see what is on your screen currently. This is good for explaining elaborate steps visually. Clicking this present button will confirm that you'd like to present your screen, and again it lets you confirm again. You can check this if you don't want that to pop up again and click OK. Those in the conversation will receive an invite where they can accept or ignore the presentation. Once somebody has accepted the presentation, this connecting status will go away and it'll change to show that somebody is watching your desktop. I'll show you what it looks like when a user receives an invitation in just a minute. From these tools here at the top, you can give another user control and see who is actively looking at your desktop. This button here will stop the presentation. As a side note, my availability status has automatically changed to reflect the fact that I'm in a presentation. I'll go ahead and close this now. After stopping a screen sharing session, anyone who was watching your desktop at the time will no longer be able to see your desktop. I'll initiate a screen share from my other computer so that you can see what it looks like on the receiving end. As you can see, a little thing popped up in the bottom right asking if I'd like to accept this presentation. It also showed up in the chat window. I can ignore it or accept the meeting content. I can do this in both places. I can accept it here or click here. If I was currently working on something, this pops up above it just to make sure that I see it. I'll accept that just so that you can see what it looks like. This is what my other computer screen is currently displaying. I can request control of their screen. Doing so will prompt them on their screen, asking them if it's okay to give you control. I'll click no for now. You can click actual size to see their screen a bit clearer and larger. And you can also add participants. Clicking on this will hide that chat window. The chat window will let those from the original conversation continue to conversate during the presentation. I'll go ahead and close out this presentation. That's it for the Contacts tab. You should be all good with adding contacts, adding new groups and sorting your contacts, and then sending the messages from here. You can also now run your own presentations and participate in other people's presentations. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.